Namaste, beautiful friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness, a channel dedicated to uplifting and enhancing your spiritual well being. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new here, I am Elle. I'm an intuitive card reader. I bring you these daily videos so that we can review the pertinent astrological aspects that are happening in the cosmos so you can be aware of the energies that you are experiencing. And then I pull a tarot reading. I intuit messages to help you navigate these energies for the most positive outcomes. I like to bring all of this together so that you can be aware of potential energies and situations that can affect you, your relationships, your career, your physical environment, your body, so that way you can be prepared and therefore respond instead of react, because responses bring more positive outcomes. All right, let's jump into today's astrology and then we will move into the tarot. So let me start by saying happy St. Patrick's Day for those who celebrate. This happens to be my youngest son's birthday, so a special shout out to my youngest son. Happy birthday, son. All right, today's astrological aspects. The sun in Pisces is conjunct the North Node at 27 degrees. 27 is a 9. Nines are completions, and it's like an expansion of consciousness. As you complete a lesson, it expands your consciousness. So, and then 10 is the integration of that consciousness. So this aspect with the North Node being your divine destiny, your purpose, what you are here to do. This is the new path. And remember, in the last reading we talked about Neil Armstrong's famous quote when he walked on the moon: this is one small step for man and one giant step for mankind. So a giant leap for mankind. I don't want to misquote, but anyway, this is the first small step in your giant leap. And today and throughout possibly this week, you are going to be given the direction of your new path. Now, this could be through someone, this could be through something, or this could be your own divine inner compass guiding you. Now, there's a couple of things that I really downloaded as I was preparing for this reading, and there were some kind of like caveats. A, you need to be strengthening your spiritual practice. We have been seeing that in the readings, because the more strengthening you do on your spiritual practice, the more clear the guidance will be. And you also need to ask for guidance. Ask for your guidance from your angels, your guides, and then be open to receive. And that card came out in the pre-shuffle, receive. I feel like you're going to have to, another card that came out in the pre-shuffle was commitment. And the intuitive hit that I got on that was you're going to have to commit to this new path, because there are going to be challenges and obstacles that you have to overcome, as in all paths and walks in life. You are going to have to be challenged in order to grow and to expand. And I really feel like the second caveat, or caveat B, is cease and desist micromanaging your energy. Just go more with the flow. Don't try and force things. Now, in the last reading, I did suggest to you that synchronicities are a way of verifying or validating your vibration. So use synchronicities as kind of a metric of where you are in your vibration. If you're not seeing a lot of synchronicities, it's an indication that your vibration may need adjustment. So go within. What needs to be cleared? What needs to be released? What are you micromanaging? Remember, we've also seen in the readings that we are no longer going to try and fix what is broken. If it's broken, it's broken. And spending all of that energy time, energy, resources in trying to repair something that is not fixable is more of an ego venture than it is listening to the divine guidance. If it's broken now, it's because it's not meant to be fixed. All right, let me check my notes. Oh, also, if you have been doing the strengthening of your spiritual practices, this guidance will be more clear to you. I think there's another card that came out, was the card Compassion. And I think we need to have compassion for those who have really not strengthened their spiritual practices, really connected with self and the divine spark within them. They're going to seem lost. So there's compassion for them, and you might be the guidance that they receive in order to direct them on their path. So just be aware that your interactions may be the guidance that someone else asked for in their request from Spirit on guidance on their path. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. No, overall, this is just about the new path to the new future, and collectively, that is creating this new earth. Let's get into the tarot and get some deets for you so that you know how best to navigate your situation in these energies. First cards that I want to talk about are cards that jumped out during the pre-shuffle. And the first card was the Five of Pentacles. This is that's broken, that you're not supposed to be spending time, energy, and resources on fixing, because this is what's going to restore the balance. And then you'll start to see those synchronicities increase because you're raising your vibration. So I just wanted to mention those two. I'm going to pull them over here to the side because that's really kind of the minor energy influencing this reading, because neither of those are major arcanas. But the Five of Pentacles is Taurus energy. There could be some resistance of letting go what's broken. And then the Six of Pentacles is also Taurus energy. And it's like, if you release what's broken, then you can restore balance. If you don't, you're going to remain imbalanced. All right, so I'm going to be using the Divine Abundance deck by Tasha Silver, the Sacred Traveler, since we're on a new path, by Denise Lynn, and the Power of Love by James Van Praagh. And then the tarot will be the Star Tarot by Kathy McClellan. Allowing. That's releasing that resistance. And freedom. This is about not micromanaging those energies, like I discussed in the astrology section. Oh gosh, did I see it? Here it is, the card on the bottom of the deck, in the flow. This is like almost the Six of Swords energy, which is Aquarius energy. And I really feel like this is just the summing up of this particular energies that we're going through today. I could stop the reading here. This is really the crux of it. This is what you need to do in order to navigate these energies. But let me continue with the reading to get some more details for those that would like it. Okay, here's Rejuvenating Rain, Clear the Past, Heal the Present. Beautiful energy. Definitely about healing. And sometimes that healing is the releasing of what is broken, that is not fixable. And don't be stubborn about releasing. That's why that Taurus energy, loyalty. Your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. And I really feel like the first thing that came out when I'll pull another one, that came out when I pulled that card was friendliness, was loyalty to yourself. Don't compromise yourself. If you don't feel that the path that is, like somebody is giving you direction and it doesn't resonate with you, and your discernment is telling you that's just not really it, then be loyal to yourself. Be loyal to your intuition. Be loyal to your own discernment. Okay, I knew the Wheel of Fortune was coming out today. I absolutely knew that. I felt it in the pre-shuffle. We also have the Hermit. This is really connecting with self. But for those astrological, this is Virgo energy. Now, it's ruled by Mercury. Mercury just went retrograde on Saturday. So this might be where you really have to connect and use that discernment, that intuition, that voice within, to be able to be guided by the right frequency, the right information, the right direction. So that's just a caveat. And then we have this Wheel of Fortune energy, of course, is Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, and that's about that expansion. All right, there's the Two of Wands. There's the fork in the road right there. You know, this is the path. And if you have strengthened your spiritual practice, then the path will be clear. If you haven't done as much work on strengthening your spiritual practice and really connecting with self within, that divine source within, you might be potentially at risk of maybe going down the wrong path for a little bit. I don't want to say wrong path. You may go down an alternate route, but you're going to end up where you want to be. This is a detour. Now, I'm an efficient person. I want to go directly where I'm supposed to go. Now, some of you will require a detour because the challenges and obstacles that you encounter on that detour are going to strengthen your spiritual practice. So here we have the Four of Swords. That is really checking in with self through meditation. That's where you might receive a lot of that guidance. Here is the Queen of Swords. There's your discernment right there. And then the Queen of Cups. There's that sense of compassion. And I'm getting from my guides like a sense of emotional leadership. You may be the emotional leader here, in a very compassionate, genteel, feminine way, but also be willing to receive. The Queen of Cups can give love, but she also knows that in order to be balanced, she has to allow herself to receive. So make sure, and we saw that card receiving in the pre-shuffle, make sure you are open to receive. Ask to receive your divine guidance. My computer is like glitching. I don't know if it's showing on camera or what. Here is the Six of Swords. Remember, I said the Six of Swords energy. Go with the flow. Go with the flow of the energy, because that is how you will end up at the right destination without the detour. Follow the energy. Just whatever feels right. I'll go through the astrology here in a minute of all these cards. There's the Ace of Swords. That is clear, concise. It's non-negotiable. And then the Eight of Swords. This is the detour path. This is where you kind of get sucked into the wrong thing, like the drama. They're here. My guides are telling me there's drama in the office space. They're very clear on office space. There's drama in the office space, and if you get sucked into that, it's going to take you the detour route. You want to listen to yourself and get clear guidance. So let me go through some of these astrology signs so that you can find how they're applicable to your natal chart. But we talked about the two major arcana here. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which obviously with the Sun, with the North Node, we're on a new path. That's it, bottom line. Now, whether you go directly to where you're meant to be or you got to take the detour depends on whether or not you've strengthened your spiritual practice and really can tune in to the divine source within you. But also here's the Two of Wands. That is Aries energy. We're entering Aries season. That could be a timing card. that this is going to happen as soon as the sun switches into Aries this week. We have this Four of Swords. This is Libra energy. This is all about balance and relationships and really maintaining that loyalty to self. And then the Queen of Swords, of course, is more Libra energy. And then the Queen of Cups is Cancerian energy. We have the Six of Swords, which is Aquarius energy. We already saw some Aquarius energy here. And then with the Ace of Swords, this is, for me, it's Libra energy. And then we have the Eight of Swords, which is Gemini energy. This is, and Gemini is kind of like duality. So this could be gossip, conversation. This is where I said, if you go down that wrong energetic path in the office today, it could be, you know, they're saying if you're in a church meeting or an office meeting, or you volunteer, you're on a board of directors, something to do with outside the home. It's something, to me, is feeling outside the home. I'm getting really hot, heavy office vibe. I'm envisioning an office where there are a lot of people in cubicles. And, you know, it's just like somebody starts a little, do you know what happened over the weekend? Do you know who I saw? And it's like a rumor mill, and you get caught up in that. Then you're going to be steered kind of to a detour, and you're going to learn a lesson about gossiping. So I'm just saying, you may want to just kind of stay out of the drama today. Sorry about that. I'm going to pull from, let's pull from Spirit Junkie. This is by Gabrielle Bernstein, or Bernstein. I haven't used these decks in a while, so I pulled out a bunch of new guidance decks, you know, uplifting to end our readings, our time together on a positive note, so that, you know, we kind of get a variety of information to help uplift your spiritual well-being. So, hey, and just if you find any of this information valuable, please consider hitting that like button. It really helps me out. And then also, if you'd like to receive these daily updates, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. So lean on that guidance. This is like the third eye. Listen to your intuition, but lean on that inner voice, that energetic guidance that you're going to receive. You may get messages. It may be a text message. It may be, I'm getting like something on the Twitter feed that's news, breaking news. And it's kind of like, oh, that's going to have clues to your path. When I am in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. That's about this. I'm going to put this over here. That is about this gossip. If you're in alignment, you don't fall for that. You avoid it because it's low vibrational behavior. So if you're in alignment, you're going to feel that energy. I surrender to a power greater than me. And that's when you're in this flow. That's the allowing. That's freedom. That's receiving. You surrender to that, and you will be guided to your destination, your path, your purpose. That will be connected with your passion. And it's going to feel uplifting, and it will enhance your spiritual well-being. All right, friends, that's what I have for you today. So enjoy your day. I am Elle, wishing you well, hoping your day is wonderful, bright, uplifting, and spiritually fulfilling. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and until then, namaste. Thank you so much for your likes, your subscribing to my channel, and your very kind comments. I hope you found this video helpful. Please check out my other videos for other messages that will help you enhance your spiritual well-being. I'm Elle, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you again. Until then, my dear friends, namaste.